So this is a video review of my Intex pool, 18 feet round, 48 inches deep. Just wanted to kind of document how life with this pool has been. I've used this pool for several years. This is the 8th season. This pool is from 2011, as you can see, as indicated on the side of the pool. So this is the 8th summer this pool has been up. It does have some wear, but it's still quite a usable pool. You can see there's some evidence of rust here and there on some of the pools. That would be to be expected, even just sitting outside in the rain. The bottom leg here showing some amounts. There's been a leak in this pool right in this area that I do have patched, and you can see some of the evidence, which dried up now. So that was quite wet there for a while. 8th summer for this pool, still working well. I have it connected to a very old Intex pump filter combination. This pump was from my original Intex Easy Set pool. That's the model with the inflatable ring at the top that I used to have back here. That was a 24-foot round pool, and it had this pump that I still use to this day. This pump is from 2000, so this is 18 years this pump has been running. Every summer I use it. You can see the date on the label here. I also use the chlorine generator from Intex. I've had this for several years on this pool. This is my second chlorine generator. The first one, the power supply went bad. I still have the cell and the control, but the power supply failed. And what I did there was basically called Intex, told them that the unit had failed, and they wanted me to send them a receipt for the original purchase, which I fabricated one and sent it to them, and in a couple days they sent me this one brand new, no cost to me. So this is a unit. I don't know what year this one is. Let's see if we see a date. It says 2012, it looks like, right in here, which is about right. That was probably about 6 years ago or so when I had got this particular salt system generator. The original one that I had, I actually bought on Craigslist, new in box, for 20 bucks. So I bought that really quick. At that price, you don't get a salt generator for that, and it was new in box, and I used it for several years before it failed. And so that's the one that I had to fabricate a receipt for. Intex sent me this one, like in a couple days. It was on my door, brand new unit, and I've been using that one since. So a pump that is 18 years old, chlorine generator that's 6 years old or so. As you can see, some of the hoses and stuff that I use are aftermarket and other pieces. Here's the valves, still in good shape. I have the skimmer unit right now working. One thing that I did, maybe should take note of this, was on the discharge I added an elbow. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. So that when the water comes out, it kind of makes a pattern around the pool to get much better circulation before there would be dead spots in the pool that might start to get a little dirtier than other areas. Putting that elbow really helped. But with the chlorine generator, my water is always just crystal clear. I never shock it. I never add anything. I just let it run. And this is always crystal clear water. No algae growth. Nothing like that. So, pool's been up, 8th season. Minimal rust. Minimal other issues. Here's a leg that has some rust on the bottom. You can see. But that's to be expected after, 8 years of service. Even just if it wasn't a pool, just sitting outside in the elements. The big problem with this is the leak that I'm having with the liner at the bottom. I don't know if you'll be able to see it through the water, but I've got a fairly large patch down there that is probably going to be the last year for this liner because it tends to leak over here. Not too bad though. As you can see, the water level's up, and I did just top it off, but that was after about 6 weeks. It had gone down maybe 4 inches, so that's not too bad. This ladder has some significant amounts of rust. However, this ladder is from my original 24-foot round easy set pool. I'm still using this ladder. This ladder is just as old as that pump from 2000, so this is 18 years of service every summer. This side with all the rust used to be the side that I kept in the pool, and last year I decided to switch it around because the inside has a few spots of rust, but it's not nearly as bad. So this is the area that was always submerged. Now it's the outside, and it looks pretty rough, but it's still solid. I mean, I use this ladder every day to get in and out of this pool. So all in all, this has been quite a good pool for me. 8 years of service. I bought this new in box from a Craigslist ad for about $350. It's my second 18-foot round frame pool. Prior to this, I had an 18-foot round frame pool, but it was the blue liner with the white poles and legs, so very similar. If you're familiar with Intex pools, you'll know what I'm talking about. That pool I also used for about 6 or 8 years before it developed a leak in the liner. And then of course the pool before that was the 24-foot round easy set pool that used to sit back here. That was significantly bigger, and as you can see, my yard is not real big, but on this side we've got probably 7 or 8 feet between the pool and the fence. When I had the 24-foot round pool in here, that pool went almost to where the shadow is right now. It was very close to the fence. You couldn't even drag the garbage can through there. It was so close. That was a big pool. But now the 18-foot round is what fits back here, and it's nice size. A lot of good luck with this pool. So I just wanted to share my experience with the Intex pool product. Well, maybe another thing I could talk about is the solar panel that heats the pool. So this black panel that you see here, the water cycles through some piping that I created out these hoses and flows into the panel down here at this bottom fitting. And then if you notice, you'll see this collection tube here with a bypass valve, but then the water comes up in here and then goes down all these little tiny rails little tubes to the opposite side where it collects in the tube on that side and then comes back on the upper half out and back to the pool, absorbing the sun's heat and heating the water in the pool. That's a FAFCO Solar Bear panel to warm your swimming pool. Does a pretty good job, but you do have to obviously have sunny days for it to work. It doesn't generate a lot of heat if it's overcast, if there's not a lot of direct sunlight. The warmer it is, the more sunlight, the quicker it'll heat the pool. There's been times that I've had the water up to crepes almost like 100 degrees, way too warm, and would have to shut off the panel for several days, and it was just too warm to swim in. It was a hot tub at that point, but it was able to generate that much heat. So again, just a little video documentation showing longevity of an Intex pool. Taken care of right, they can last a long time.